Coach, Trevor Groves here with CUTigers.com. Losing 3 of your 4 top 4 safeties from last year. Of course, Nolan was out in the spring rehabbing. Coach Sweeney seems nonetheless really excited about that group that you have. Those young guys, Thornton and Charleston, and you have the freshmen. You have Zanders, of course, and then the freshman Mickens and your son Tyler. How do you feel about that position?
Yeah, it's been a group that's it's been fun to watch those guys. It's a group that's skilled. They've got length, good instincts, good aggressiveness. Really pretty smart. They've picked up on things pretty well, and it's a group that's easy to coach. They like to be coached. It's a humble group, and hopefully as they gain experience, that will become a strength for us.
Any other questions?
What were your takeaways from the scrimmage today?
We just inconsistent. Got a lot of work to do. Guys played with good effort. There's some good things to build on. A lot of little mistakes. A lot of guys got to step up. Foster's out. Xavier Thomas is out. Mario Goodrich is out. Skowski's out. And to name a few guys. And so a lot of guys got to step up and be baptized early. Again, guys that run around, hit, and made some really good plays, caused a few turnovers. Really excited about, some young guys that flashed, but we just got to play. If we're going to be anything, we just got to improve our consistency and pre-snap, some of our communication, had too many offsides, just little things that'll get you beat, not playing with the kind of discipline that it takes. We got the right kind of toughness, but we're physical toughness, but we're not anywhere close where we need to be from a chemistry and a mental toughness standpoint yet.
Brent, besides Xavier, why are those other guys? Why'd they miss the scrimmage today?
Some polls and stuff like that. Just some polls. Don't worry, nobody's opting out. There's nobody with the COVID. With those guys, but just different bumps and bruises that time of year.
Hey, Coach, it's David Hood. You've got 4 freshman defensive linemen: Cape Hart, Tré Williams, Bryan, Myles Murphy. How have those guys done so far in camp? And then, were they one of the ones that flashed today?
Yeah, and they've been flashy. We had a coming out yesterday. It was a live scrimmage yesterday, and guys really performed well. There's a 2-minute situation. All 3 units. Yesterday was first time we've done 2-minute and did just outstanding. We did really well in the short yardage. A lot of those guys flashed today in the short yardage. Our guys did really well, all 3 units. And, just like a lot of young guys, some great moments where they really flash, make some spectacular plays. And again, just like some experience here and there. But it's a group of guys that like to compete, like to practice, and, play the game with incredible, passion and intensity.
Any other questions for Coach Venables?
Coach, Coach Sweeney had a good speech today about Mike Jones and the spring that he had. Why do you think that he's made such great improvements?
That's just detail. He knows more about guys around him, and so he's playing at a different level from a confidence standpoint. And he's very skilled. He's worked hard on his craft. He was a guy during this time that really took advantage of the time and went to work, kept his head down, controlled what he could control. He's got a great mindset, loves to play. He's hard on himself. He demands a lot. So I don't have to coach him hard. He's a detailed guy that really, he wants to do his part. He takes leadership to heart, and that matters to him, how he leads. And so just a great example for the other players. He really serves, our entire team in a great way.
Coach,
any other questions for Coach Venables?
Regarding Bryan Bresee, we heard so much coming in about his versatility. Are you just trying to let him get good at one spot there at the tackle spot, or are you guys letting him try to learn, both end and tackle right now?
Yeah, he's learned more than one spot. Again, you get on the, you're still on the shoulder of the offensive lineman. So there's definitely some differences, but there's a lot more similarities than not. He's played both his whole life and is comfortable at both. And so he's playing both.
Brent, how are things going at the weak side position at linebacker?
How am I doing there?
Yeah.
It's good. Kane Patterson didn't play today. Balin was a little gimpy. But, again, it's good. Jamie can play there. Jake can play there. Balin can play there. Kane Patterson can play there. Keith McGuire can play there. Vontae. We're good there. I feel good about that position, between our group. We go to an additional nickel package. Mike Jones can play there as well, kind of like we've used Dorian and Isaiah in the past as well, out of our four-man front.
Jordan McFadden told us yesterday that he was really impressed with Myles Murphy, that he's there physically, but obviously still needs to learn the playbook. What have you seen out of Myles so far?
Yeah, again, he's a little bit inconsistent, but more good than not. He's got a great first step, really gets off the ball. He's got fast eyes, very instinctual. His fundamentals, again, are well developed. And, he's got great natural power and explosiveness. Like I said, can really run. And he's got a refined pass rush game. So he knows what he's doing out there for sure. But he's still got work to do.
Tré Williams obviously didn't come in during the spring. He's kind of a late guy. How has he adapted these first few weeks to what you're doing?
Really good. Again, he's very disruptive. Got a really good first step. Still got to work on some fundamental things and knowing what to do. But really, he's done a great job. Coach Bates did a great job getting him to understand what we do, the verbiage and the language prior to him ever arriving on campus, and it showed. He's not overwhelmed mentally, and just got to get some fundamental things worked out. But he can create some knockback, and his first step was very natural. He understands how to get off on the ball, and that's what D-line is all about. Creating another line of scrimmage and playing on the opponent's side of the line of scrimmage, and just being disruptive. But you have to fit within the confines of the defense as well. And so we just refining and fine tuning and improving some fundamental things and some understanding of what we do. But he's done a nice job.
Besides Mike, the nickel position, what's some guys that have stood out there for you, and how different are you going to use that this year without having a guy like Isaiah Simmons in the defense that kind of helped you?
Well, first of all, Mike Jones, that's his job. So he did an unbelievable job this spring and summer as well, and then picked up right where he left off in the spring, or in the fall camp. So I feel great about him. And we're working a variety of guys there, from Trenton Simpson, Tyler, Malcolm Green, a bunch of different guys. So we feel good about that spot. It's going to be a position of strength for us.
Trying to find somebody to play that other corner spot was a little hairy during the spring with the injuries, but are you starting to see some guys step up opposite DK over there?
Yeah, we've been really pretty good, a little inconsistent at times today, doing some little things and some bad eyes and discipline that way. But so far through camp, they've been really good. So Mario's been a little inconsistent because he's coming off a surgery and he's been sick. That's just a stomach bug, why he was out today. So he needs to play. He's kind of been snake bit, seems like. But other than that, Booth and Sheridan Jones and Malcolm Green, Anthony Williams, DK, they've all done a real nice job. I think there's one more missing out on there. So it's been good so far.
Any other questions for Coach V?
You have some veterans at defensive tackle that may get overlooked by those on the outside, Etnosa Rubin and and some of those guys. What have you seen from them, the guys that have been here for, a year and a half or a little bit longer that are looking for playing time?
Well, he hasn't practiced yet. He's got a scaphoid surgery before we started, so he's been out. And but the other guy's been doing good. Niles Pinckney missed all spring, so he's been injured until we started up. So he's a little rusty and got to get into shape. And but he's a veteran, knows what to do. Jordan has made some nice improvement. Darnell Jefferies has really made some good improvement. Tyler's quicker and faster. Rook has been good. Again, just still working on just a little. If he just improves a little bit fundamentally, he'll be a guy that can play every down. And DeMonte's is a big load inside. Just got to work on some fundamentals. And again, Bryan Bresee, he's as advertised from liking to play and to practice, and has really made some improvement with his fundamentals from the spring. And so he's doing a lot of little things very well right now. But as a group, it's going to be strong for us.
Darnell Jefferies, after he found out about the diabetes, looked like he started to gain weight. Spring was just kind of a continuing process for him. Has he, adapted to the weight that he's finally gained and looking like what you would have wanted him to look like?
Yeah, he's doing some things really, really well right now. He put in a lot of work and has been ultra consistent off the field, and it shows on the field. He's done really nice. He's made some improvement and will definitely help us. Proud of Darnell.
Any other questions for Coach Venables?
Hey, Brent, how different has practice been for you guys this year, considering the way you guys have to do social distancing and all that stuff? Has it been any different for how you run your practice?
I don't know. Not a whole lot. We got some rules and stuff. They tell us what to do, so we got to abide by those rules and the regulations. And so just try to do your best.
The same thing with meetings too. Is that a little different?
Yeah, everybody's just spread out. They're not quite as close, not as cozy, but you still get everything you need to get done. You can get it done. Guys have adjusted